Hello, welcome to Whisky Resource. My name is Mark, and today it is Whisky Review number 36. It is actually an unplanned review because, to be honest, I totally forgot that the 23rd of April, today, is St George's Day. So, to all the English, it's Happy St George's Day. So, I'm going to be reviewing an English whisky. It's going to be my first English whisky that I've reviewed, my first English whisky that I've ever bought. And it's going to be this whisky here. So this was picked up from Sainsburys a little while ago. It was in clearance because they were no longer stocking it, but it is an exclusive to Sainsburys. It is the fine English malt, or fine single malt rather, by English Whisky Company, out of the St Georges Distillery. It's bottled at 43% ABV. There's very little else known about this. It does appear in a single listing on Whisky Base. They don't really say much more about it than it's 43% and it's the English Whisky Company out of Norfolk. There's a little bit of text on the box. Now, I'm not going to go into what this all says. I have copied that text onto the website, so if you go and visit the website, which will be down there in the description, there's my usual write-up review, and I've put the information that's on the side of the box there. Suffice to say that 2006, and it was set up by the Nelstrup family of Norfolk, who local barley farmers. So they use some of that barley to create a whiskey. It's they source their own water from their own land, which they use to bottle it, and they make a point of saying that on the actual bottle. In terms of price, well, as I say, I paid, this was clearance, I think the regular price was £32. I paid, I'm going to say 28 for it. It could have been less, I can't honestly remember now how much I paid. It is very pale in colour, so we were led to believe that you would say that this is natural colour, but we don't know. If you go to the English Whisky Company website, and I've got a link down on my website as well, there's a lot more information about the products they sell. They sell the English and they sell the Norfolk as two particular whisky brands that they do, as well as other products. But this is the only one I've had from that particular distillery. What else is to say? We don't know if it's chill filtered. There's very little information about it. So if there's anybody that actually works for the English Whisky Company, sees this review in YouTube, by all means comment or get in touch, because to be honest, I'd be very interested if you do samples, if you could send us some samples for us to try, and I'll review them. There you go, shameless promotion, why not, it's my channel. So straight on to the tasting here. What I would say is, if you look at the bottle fill level, I have enjoyed drinking this. Again, I don't really drink all the time. I don't drink that often. I've got a decent collection, so I'll just go around and try something might company fancy. In terms of a colour, that's a pale white. It's a white wine. That's white wine colour, that. But that's my description. So on the nose, it does jump out of the glass as fruity and sweet. A little youthful. Slightly, on the alcohol side of things, slightly vodka cum tequila-ish on the alcohol which is present. It is youthful. We wouldn't know exactly how old this is. I have seen that some people suggest that it's maybe between 5 and 7 year old. The fruits, apple and pears. I'm guessing, because we don't know, that this is off a ex-bourbon cask. They do their own peated varieties, and they do different cask finishings as well. It does smell quite pleasant. At 43%, it could probably do with a touch of water, which I'll add in a moment. Okay, so it's sweet. It's fruit sweet. There's creaminess there. There's apple and there's pears. A touch of strawberry, vanilla, a little bit of oak, a bit of spice from that oak. It reminds me of the Penderyn Madeira. The fruitiness of it is very reminiscent of that Madeira. It's also reminiscent of Glenfiddich 12-year-old. Not quite as intense on the flavours as the Glenfiddich is, but it's not bad. It's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water in. Out of my, there we go, if you can see that, my English Whisky Company St Georges whiskey jug here. Put a bit of water in there. I'm just going to let that water stand for a moment. So I've lost my train of thought. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Whilst that was sitting, I was going to just give that a bit of a something I was going to say. I can't remember. But yes, I do enjoy it. I've had it quite a few times. I enjoy it, and it's made me want to try other whiskies from the English Whisky Company. But other whiskies seem to jump the queue, and I put this to the back burner for the moment. I haven't seen them do the little sample packs of them, so if they do sample packs, I'd certainly give that a try. I got a whiff of alcohol just then, quite a bit of burn up the nose. That's made that little bit more bitter, bit more sour. So it's sweet and sour. A little of orange has now appeared, just a tiny bit of orange. I'm certain that's bourbon influenced whiskey. If I'm wrong, comment, tell me. But that's what I'm getting across. Now, what I was going to say when I had my moment there is I haven't been able to give it a value score simply because I don't know enough about it, and there isn't enough information out on the internet about this particular whiskey to come up with a fair decision about things like colour. And I'm right in saying that there's no colour in that. Filtration, chill filtration. I'm probably also right to say that it's not been chill filtered, but I don't know. There isn't enough retailers that actively sell it to give it a fair value score for an average value. It was only Marks and Spencer's, and I picked up in clearance. I don't know how to compare that to any other releases that they do. So all I've got to go on it is what I paid and the strength, the ABV, and that's not enough really to give it a fair average value score. But I can give it an overall score, because that I can go off what it tastes like. Now obviously my overall scores do factor in those facts that I've just mentioned I don't have detail for. But I enjoy this as much as I do Glenfiddich, and almost as much as I do the Penderyn. So I'm going to give it an 86 as an overall score. I think it's worth it, and as I say, it makes us want to try other whiskies by the English Whisky Company at their St Georges Distillery. So that's it. An 86 is a decent score for my first English whisky. So that just leads us to say happy St George's Day, and we have got 10 minutes before we clap for carers. So to all the carers,